Hello and welcome back to the Flat Chat. We're in an airport, so I'm here with Heggie and Jamie. Of course, we've been in London watching the Arsenal game, but we're going to do a quick quick review of the weekend's games, including the Arsenal game, of course. We haven't been able to watch all the games, but we're going to do this as best we can and talk about how the games have affected the league table and who's looking good, sort of thing. So first of all was the 12:30 kickoff. Southampton against Man United. Man United did get a win. We did all predict that, didn't we?
Yeah.
We did predict they'd get a win. It was a 1-0 narrow lead, a narrow win. But they looked all right. What do you guys think?
Can't really remember the game, to be honest.
I remember it. I thought they played quite well.
I thought they played well as
And
well.
then Southampton played quite well the second half.
I remember the second half. Southampton were the better, in a way, the better team for a large part. So.
I think Man United dropped in. I think Ronaldo, he won as well. Didn't look arsed again, did he? Did he look that bollard? No. I think,
It was a good goal, Bruno.
It was a very good goal. It was great from Dallo, actually. I think he's a bit of an unsung hero for Man United. I think Varane played well. I think Martinez played well. Sometimes when he's up against Che Adams, he kind of...
He's too small.
It's not. I don't think it's his height. I think it's more just because he gets backed into, and it's quite easy to get turned, sort of thing. He get caught in position. Yeah, I mean he wins his aerial duels quite often. I think that's less because of his height. I think it's just a smaller defender, meaning that he's not strong. It's not because he's bad in the air. But no, I think Man United will be pretty happy with that, and that's two wins in a row now for them. And they've now got Leicester again on Thursday.
That's them in the top half now.
Yeah. No, they play on Thursday.
They're 8th.
Yeah, they're 8th. That's pretty good. So like after the disastrous start they've had,
It's not even that bad. Well, I mean, it's bad, but it's
half
it's
points. But yeah, on to the next game. Jacob's team, of course, Everton.
Great point for Everton.
Big point for Everton.
That's their first point. Oh, it's their second.
Yeah, against Brentford.
I know I said that as a joke there, but that is actually a good point.
Of course, it's a good point. Brentford are a good side. They're a better side than Everton.
I think everyone's a better side than Everton.
Yeah, that's very true.
Who was the goal scorers?
Maybe not Bournemouth.
Goal scorers. I think Brentford were actually. Oh, it was Anthony Gordon. Good finish, good goal. I think it was a ball over the top. And yeah, he put it away. I think with the left foot, decent finish. Janelt then scored an equaliser in the 84th minute. I did see that as well. I think that was from a set piece. I'm pretty sure of some sort. It got bundled in. But Brentford were the better side.
I don't know anything about that game.
You don't know?
No. All I know is when I watched the highlights, Brentford won because Tony smacked it over like an easy goal.
Yeah. Well, now Everton will be happy with a point there. I mean, Everton fans want them to be winning these games, don't they?
It's a point gain, though.
It's a point gain at this point. Yeah, for sure. So yeah, that's the Everton game there. Jacob, is he happy? Do you think?
He's not
content.
unhappy.
He's content with it, I think, because he knows that Everton are in a sticky situation. They're not looking great. So we'll see how they do next week. And maybe Lampard might get sacked at some point soon, or maybe not, because apparently Everton fans are quite liking him still.
I'm still content with him.
Yeah, I'd say so. On to the next game. Brighton leads, two form teams in the league.
It went how everyone thought, though, didn't it?
It did go how everyone thought. I thought Leeds might have got a goal though.
They've looked quite good in attack, especially Aronson.
But Brighton are quite good at defence.
So Brighton actually have played 4 games like everyone, obviously, but they've only conceded 1 goal in those 4 games. They've had some fairly tough games as well. You know, they've had West Ham. Newcastle, West Ham, Man United, and then of course now Leeds, who were playing quite well. What do you think, Egg?
I think
they conceded against Man United as well.
Yeah, they didn't concede against Newcastle. They were 0-0.
Oh, that's what
you're chatting.
I think Brighton are looking seriously good, and if they can get another few wins in a row, they'll probably be competing for 7th place, because no one's really looking that good other than them in that area.
Yeah.
Because Villa's looking very poor, West Ham's looking very poor.
I think Newcastle
look okay.
I think Newcastle are the biggest competition in that area.
Are just not good enough yet.
They won't sustain that over the whole season. Because they're not good enough in the midfield, especially. No, Brighton, Newcastle will both be competing 7th and 8th, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And I think Leeds will be safe though, because again, 1-0 against Brighton away is not terrible result. Obviously they won points, but they've not been scudded.
No, of course not. But I think Brighton have just been excellent. I think it's Graham Potter. We'll go back to him time and time again, but what he's doing with that team is pretty impressive. Losing your players again, it's just. And they had Leeds as well, surprising everyone, but they have unfortunately lost the game here. Sorry, that's the. Hear that?
We're not going to Portugal, unfortunately.
No.
I wish we were.
I know. Oh.
Passengers travelling with infants under the age of 2 are now invited to come forward for boarding. Please have your passport and boarding pass ready for
Nice.
inspection.
You're going to hear all this as well, because
Yeah.
we're not editing this.
No, you're gonna hear the woman speaking over the. Oh, yep, she's off again. Just wait 20 seconds. She'll be saying it in Spanish or Portuguese or whatever.
French, I think it is they do.
Do they? Right.
But we're going to Chelsea Leicester now.
We're going to Chelsea Leicester. We'll just ignore it in the background. Right. Chelsea Leicester. Chelsea with a good win actually, considering they got a man sent off.
Do you think that's Gallagher's career over at Chelsea?
I don't know if his career's over yet. I think he's on a downward spiral right now, and I think
He's at the wrong club.
I think he is at the wrong club. I think he needs to go and play his football elsewhere first. I think if maybe he does want to have a career at Chelsea. But I just don't. He's not there ready right
For
now.
him to have a career at Chelsea, they need to have a new manager in because the style of play doesn't suit him at all.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. And he's also kind of being played out of position as well, which is not great for him.
I think a member of our channel will be very happy with what I'm about to say. I think he should go and loan to Everton.
You think?
I think that would suit him perfectly, a team like that.
I think you could be right. I completely understand what you mean there.
And they need another player in that position because they just don't have the strength
Yeah,
in centre mid that they would really need.
it's fair enough. But yeah, so Chelsea happy with that. Man sent off. They managed to get 2 goals in the second half.
Both Sterling
both
as well.
Sterling. He's doing what he was brought in to do, which is excellent. And what this result really shows is down to 10 men, Chelsea, and Leicester still showing how poor they are, not managing to get anything out of the game. It's not looking good for Leicester. It really isn't, especially with Fana probably on his way out to Chelsea.
Yeah, well, that was a here we go from Fabrizio before the game kicked off.
Yeah, so not great for Leicester. They could actually be a relegation candidate at this point. I think.
They're bottom.
Yeah, but a serious relegation candidate because I don't know who they're going to get. They've not got that much time to bring someone else in. So, now it's going off again. What's going on now?
Please have your passport and boarding card
I
ready.
apologise for that.
Very sorry. But yeah, on to Liverpool against Bournemouth. Liverpool winning 9-0. The record-breaking goals. Well, yeah, is that a record?
Joint top with 3 other games that finished 9-0 in the Prem.
Yeah, Southampton.
Name the 3 games in the comments below.
I was about to spoil it there. But yeah, no, 9-0, and this is what they needed to do because they've had a shocking start to the season, Liverpool.
No goal or assist for Salah though.
I know. We were out with in London obviously, and we were walking about.
We were in Spoons when it was on.
Yeah.
We were seeing the goals go in, and we were just obviously one of our friends, Stuart. I'm sure he's watching. He was obviously had Salah captain in fantasy, and he didn't get anything. He was losing it, absolutely losing it, which is really funny. But yeah, now 9-0, and Liverpool. I think they'll start to pick up points now. I think they'll start shooting up the table, if I'm honest.
Did you see what Scott Parker and Klopp at the end of the game?
What?
Klopp was like that with him, with his arm round him, just consoling him. It looked so condescending.
Oh yeah.
A lot of people on Twitter were saying, what would Jurgen Klopp be like if Parker did that to him after they just beat him 9-0?
Oh, he'd
Like, he would
complain
kick
about
off.
it. Oh, of course he would. Young
But no,
loves winning.
yeah, as we've said on here before, Parker, great guy, just not ready for the Prem yet. And he's got no budget either. It's a shame.
Yeah.
Because he will be a good manager in a few years, I think.
I completely agree with that. Man City Palace 4-2, Erling Haaland hat-trick.
Everyone thought they were going to lose though.
Yeah, well they were 2-0
2-0
down. They were 2-0 down. It could have been 3.
No one thought it would go the way it did though.
No.
When they were 2-0 down, I thought they would lose.
Yeah, because Palace have been good against them and good at holding off leads against City in the past.
Yeah, no, Palace are a good side. I think it shows how strong City are to come back from that. They're looking a wee bit shaky at the back. I think they're getting caught in the counter attack quite often. And Palace were one of the better. Oh, someone was over there. And Palace Yeah, they looked good. They could have had a third goal. I think Ederson made a wee mistake and he got away with it. People are saying that the ball get kicked out of his hands, but he's really hit it off the player, hasn't it?
From the replays we saw, it looked like he threw it off,
Yeah.
but we've seen very limited replays that we've not seen match of the day or anything this week. It's just wee rubbish Twitter clips we've seen.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, no, Man City, they're
Looking good.
They are looking good, and Haaland's looking very good. He's looking like you need him in fantasy football. He's just getting so many goals now. He's now in 6 goals in 4 games. He could be breaking records this season, couldn't he? And we didn't know whether he would or not. I think people were. It was easy to say he'll do well.
I think he'll get at least 30 now.
Yeah, I think we're looking at those sort of numbers. It's really just down to him getting an injury. But as we've said several times before, he's not going to the World Cup, which helps him massively. She's off again.
She's loving this Lisbon show in Porto. I wish we were going to Portugal, but now we're getting home to rainy Glasgow. Nah, it probably isn't, but...
Now on to the game, the biggest game, the game we'll probably know the most about, of course the Arsenal-Fulham game. We were at the game, Arsenal went a goal down.
It was looking ropey, bruv.
It was looking tough. Mitrovic got a goal, it was a mistake, a silly ball across the box from Saka, and then Gabriel's caught slipping, he takes a dodgy touch.
For about 4 dodgy touches.
Yeah, and then Mitrovic does something, I mean he does, it's one of the things he was criticised before when he was in the Premier League a few years ago. He doesn't run about, he doesn't chase down, he doesn't harry defenders. That's one thing that he's really added to his game, and it showed in that goal. But in Arsenal, of course, did push on. A couple of lucky goals, I'd say. But they did.
First one especially.
Yeah, but they did show the fight to come back.
Great resilience.
And they were
3 points, my friend.
It's true. They were the better team, though. They were the better team. Looking at the stats, I mean, 22 shots for Arsenal, even 8 on target. They did well. Arsenal. And Fulham are tricky. Fulham have looked good this season. What do we think, guys?
I think they're going to be mid-table.
Yeah, they'll stay up.
Yeah.
I think they look very good. That's every game I've watched. I think Fulham are the only team I've watched every week, full 90 minutes, and every week I've been impressed. They've got Mitrovic up front who's going to bang goals. They've got Polina in midfield who just studies the ship. Even they've got like meme players like Ream at the back.
I know.
Every time he clears the ball, it just boosts the morale.
Every time he clears the ball, it's like, Ream.
Yeah.
we were losing. It was quite funny, to be fair.
They've got a great goalie as well, Leno. No, they're going to be good. They're going to be good this season,
Yeah.
and I think they'll take more points off the bigger teams because
We're
I know
taking
Arsenal-
Liverpool.
Arsenal did dominate, but they didn't look like they
look
didn't
harried,
belong
did
there.
they? Yeah. I completely agree with that. And obviously, Jamie, you are an Arsenal fan. What did you think about Arsenal's performance?
I don't know, it was good, but we lacked something in attack, I think,
Yeah.
for a lot of the game. I think something that changed it though was Eddie coming on, Eddie and
Yeah.
Nketiah coming
I
on.
think
And
Changing to a
he brought-
3-5-2.
Yeah, and he brought energy.
Yeah, I think
And taking
Arteta.
Kieran Tierney off, because Kieran Tierney is clearly very, very rusty.
Yeah.
Because that was a honking performance.
Yeah. I think we did miss Zinchenko, his calmness, creativeness actually from that left back position. Partey as well, of course. And Tierney did have a poor game, I'd say. He was okay defensively, but going forward, you could just tell he's just not the same player as Zinchenko. And Tierney's been great for us for the last few years as well. But I think you're right about Eddie Nketiah coming on. I think he changed the game, and that was Arteta's play. He changed it to 3-5-2. And the intensity that Eddie brought, and intensity, by the way, Eddie has been really good. He's been a really good player. He's a really good second striker, and he's getting lots of minutes now as well.
That's a good thing with White playing right back as well, because you can just change into that 3-5-2 instantly.
Yeah. Aye. So again, that's gonna be. I think that's a signal to move on to the next game though, because we have talked a bit about Arsenal there.
The Sunday games.
Sunday games,
I
yeah.
didn't see any. I've not seen any of them.
You did. You watched Tottenham.
Other than Tottenham, but like the second.
But it
half,
was
I didn't see
Villa,
that, so
Villa
I
West
can't say.
Ham. We didn't actually see any of this game.
We were at a play watching Life of Pi.
Yeah, very good play. But yeah, no, Aston Villa really struggling.
Well, the main talking point in this one is Gerrard.
Yeah.
Like, does he have to go if he loses his next two? Because he will be the worst manager in Villa's history.
Yeah, and are we gonna let them know who they play next?
Man City and Arsenal.
Yeah, so it's looking ropey for Steven Gerrard, and I think the ex-Rangers
Well, both
manager
away
could be
or
losing his
home and away?
job at some point.
I know the Arsenal one's away for Villa, but is the Man City one?
He's at home. I think he's at home for Man City.
Oh,
I
right,
feel.
okay.
I'm not too sure though. But you know, West Ham did get their first points. A 1-0 win away to Villa. I think they'll be very relieved because they've had a poor start to the season as
They've
well.
been looking like Leicester, looking ropey.
Yeah, definitely. There's the ropey word.
There's not much more to say about that.
There isn't really. But then on to the Wolves Newcastle game. This one,
nothing. All I know is that Fabian Schär got sent off.
Did you see St Maximin's goal?
I saw that. Yeah. That was a good goal. But other than that, I didn't see anything.
Another draw for Wolves. So what's
Yeah.
that? 3 now out of 4, or 3 out of 5?
Yeah,
How many have we played? 4.
Four games.
It might be 2 out of 4 actually.
no, Wolves are looking. Wolves actually look quite good. They look quite dangerous in the counter attack. They're solid defensively. They're trying to change the play of 4 at the back. Obviously, they played 5 last season.
And that's why Cody left, was because they
Yeah,
changed.
big time. Yeah, and then of course Newcastle. Again, another team that are looking good. They've had some good results in there. Good signing as well. Isaac's a decent signing for them. A lot of money, but I think he'll take some time to get used to the Premier League. But I think he'll be a good signing in the long run for Newcastle. He's big, but he's also he's really, really good at bringing players into the game, which is one thing he's great at. And he will get goals. He will get goals. But yeah, no, I 1-1. I think I got that right.
I can't remember any of my scores.
In our predictions, and I think I also got this one right. I think I got the Spurs Forest one right as well. 2-0 to Tottenham.
2-0 with Tottenham, yep.
Yeah, unfortunately, we were watching that one in a bar. I made some rowdy Spurs fans in front of us that found out quite quickly that I was an Arsenal fan. So
One of them was pretty funny. The other guy was just a weapon.
yeah, he was a bit of a weapon, wasn't he?
And the way 2 West Ham fans next to us backing us up.
They
Two
were
big
loving
boys.
it.
Aye.
I know.
As soon as we went in, they were like, go batter all those English bams.
Aye.
Their exact words.
Yeah, but yeah, no, Spurs with the win. I think it's a big win because I think Forest caused them a lot of problems, and Spurs are looking. They're so solid
They're
defensively.
grinding out results when they
Yeah,
need to.
I saw Dyche was Sean Dyche was trending as well because people were saying that Conte's just glorified Sean Dyche, and I was like, well, that's just an Arsenal fan that's made that up. But I think, yeah, they're solid at the back, and you've got the players up front like Kulusevski, Son, and Kane. You're going to be dangerous, aren't you?
Kane is just a penalty as well.
He did, but he's just such an excellent player, and it's really frustrating to see. And Spurs, of course, they're up there as well with no loss yet. Unbeaten, of course.
He should have lost though to Chelsea.
He should have lost to Chelsea, but that's them with 10 points. And on the table there, that does mean that Arsenal are top of the table, followed by Man City, Spurs and Brighton, all with 10 points as well. The only other teams that are, I think that's the only other teams that are unbeaten.
Yeah,
are
the top 4.
Newcastle maybe as well.
No,
They've drew 3 and 1-1.
Yeah, that's what it'll be. Yeah. So yeah, a good week for Arsenal,
Yeah.
Spurs and Man City, of course Brighton too. But yeah,
And sorry for the quicker
video with that announcer in
Yeah.
the background. Of course, we are on our way back to Glasgow, and we'll have our predictions video up very, very soon as well for the midweek games. So
A lot of content coming. And if you've not seen as well, go check out our shorts. They're doing quite well.
yeah,
Get some decent views on them.
of course.
And they're a lot shorter, so if you've only got like a few spare minutes at a time, you can just check them out quick, other than these longer videos.
Yeah, because we know the attention span of those these days. They can't stick out for 40 minutes like some of our videos. But yeah, anyway, thank you very much for listening. Of course, like, comment, and subscribe. And see you next time.